Hello everybody and welcome back to Sophisticakes by Mary. For this week's video, this week's videos, I wanted to show you how I use buttercream to make this marble technique. First of all, I needed to start with a diagram. I have one picture for each tier of this cake, and I'm using acetate sheets and buttercream to get this effect. So I needed to map out how I was going to do that, and to have a visual for me is always easier. Now you need to measure your circumference around your cakes and the height of each tier. Measure that out on a piece of acetate so that you'll have the right size sheet to work with for each tier. Now I marked out with a pen, and then I went back in on top of my mat that has, what's it called? I guess it's called a self-healing mat. You can use your X-Acto knife on it and it heals itself. So I wanted to mark out the measurements on each piece, like I said, and make sure that your piece is a little bit bigger than you need it, maybe an inch wider than you need it, and maybe an inch taller than you need it, so that you have extra to work with if you need it. I actually needed to make them a little bit longer, but I also show you how to fix that if you didn't make your piece long enough in the end. I think I need a new blade. It doesn't want to cut through it real well. So I lined these up. Since this design is going to be a continuous design through all three pieces, I lined them up one on top of the other as they would lay on the side of the cake. And I piped a circle because it's hard to explain. It's going to have like a half circle on the front that would actually be the side that you're exposed or seeing. So that whole circle needs to continue around the back. So I went in to marble my buttercream. I used white buttercream and two different shades of gray. You put a little bit of the gray into mostly white. Use your spatula. Somewhat mix them together. I guess you'd call it folding them together. You can see it here, but I don't want to make the colors blend too much. And I'm going around my circle pattern that I piped. And I want the marbling to go along that line that I piped. So that's why I'm kind of applying it at an angle there, at a slightly curved angle. And I went in with this brush, this pastry brush, to kind of blend that mauve color in a little bit towards the middle. So I'm trying to blend a little bit the marble with the solid color. And I used my pointed offset spatula to, again, try to blend them in a little bit. I don't want a sharp, crisp line in between them. There you can see how I did that a little bit. Now I'm going back in. I mixed the gray with the white that I had left over, and I'm just using that pastry brush to brush over the entire surface. I didn't want a solid color. I wanted you to see some of the mauve. The mauve is my background color through the whole thing. And I wanted you to kind of be able to see that through the white and the gray mixture on top. I was kind of going for somewhat a concrete look. Now once you get all that applied, go back in and pipe in the center of the circle. Now I know this isn't a perfect circle, but it didn't have to be because it's more organic. And just kind of smooth it out because you don't want to have so much lines. And you can remove some of the excess while you're at it. Now I went back in and I piped that mauve over all of it. I had a lot of mauve. Now it doesn't matter the pattern you're doing here because you're going to use your spatula to kind of smooth it all out. Now once you've applied it all, go in with your offset spatula, smooth it all out, like I said, over the entire thing, because your pattern that's on touching the acetate, it is there. It's not going anywhere. So it doesn't matter what you do with this part, as long as you're not scraping through to the first layer. Now I'm just smoothing it out because you don't want a huge, thick, it's going to be a kind of a thick layer of buttercream, but take off extra if you can. Now I'm pulling these pieces, and I did spray it with water because it's a crumb-coated white layer underneath. And then I sprayed it with water so that this would actually stick to it. And I pulled that acetate sheet off up at an angle, so you're not pulling the buttercream from the one that's next to it. And you just wrap it around, have some courage, just say 1, 2, 3, go, and just do it. Don't overthink that, and lift it on. Now you just want to smooth it on, make sure that it's stuck all the way around. And you can see here that I did not have a wide enough piece of acetate. So I just went in with some more buttercream and filled it in. And then do the same with your next 2 layers of cake, or 2 tiers of cake. And when you have them adequately stuck on there and you're comfortable with how it's on, go ahead and stick them in the freezer for 10 minutes a piece, or in your refrigerator for 20 minutes. I would suggest freezer, because when you're pulling this acetate sheet off like I'm doing here at an angle, you don't want to pull off that buttercream with it. You want it to be nice and chilled. Now I went in and I filled in some of the mauve in the top, just for some unity in the color. I could have done the gray. That actually might have even looked better. But at least, you know what, you're staying within your color spectrum that you use through the entire thing, or I am with this cake. And while it's chilled, I went in with an X-Acto knife and I cut away the excess that was sticking up off the top. And this is American buttercream. You can do this with American and buttercream. You can do it with Swiss meringue. You can do it with Italian meringue. Same rules apply. Now I'm just removing the excess and just scrape that part off. That can be your back again. Like I've always say, there's always a back to a cake. And with the mauve part in the middle, I did not want it to have a bunch of holes. I didn't mind the holes in the gray part, the marbled part. I kind of like that. I think that kind of adds to the concrete look of it. But the mauve, for some reason, I wanted that to be smooth. Doesn't have to be, just what I wanted to do. So I went in and I filled those holes. And just get everything all smooth. And then I'm going to go in and do the same thing with the next 2 tiers with all of them. See those holes in there? I like those. Not in the mauve, but I like them in the gray. It would have been fine in the mauve too. There's a lot of scraping that goes on with this too, but since it's nice and chilled, it's not that hard to do. It kind of firms up, starts firming up as soon as you put it on, so it's not soft and hard to work with. Now, I don't like how this cake would have looked if that mauve part would have just been the front of the cake. That wasn't my vision. I wanted that to be along the side of the cake. But you have to keep in mind how the front pattern, how the front of your cake is going to affect the back. And you can't just do, I suppose you could, but I didn't want to do just a half a circle and have it just kind of stop. It needed to continue around the back to make sense. All right, now I'm going to start stacking the tiers. I just put a little bit of buttercream in between them. Now these are foam dummies that I used. That's why there's no support. We did not need that in this. And I'm just lining up the pattern so that it flows in that circle. And I'm just filling in the gaps in between the tiers. I just use a little buttercream, cut a small hole in the piping bag, pipe it in there. I call it caulking. I'm caulking my cake. And then use your scraper to scrape away the excess. And I used a little bit of, this is almost a magenta, not a magenta, almost a plum colored luster dust or petal dust that I added some vodka to. And I'm just using the brush to do a splatter effect, just to add to the concrete look, just the more natural organic look. Here you can see it, get a good look at it. It's hard to see it in video. In person you could see a little better. But I liked how the striations of the buttercream worked around that circle. And I think doing the splatter added just that last little touch that it needed. And I really wish they'd make cell phones for recording that have a level on them. If they do, and I don't know it, please tell me where to get that. Because my videos are always angled off to the side. And I swear that it's level when I'm looking at it. And I can't change it once it's already done. Anyway, so I just used these are artificial flowers. You could use fresh. Also, I did this cake the day after Father's Day, and I was going to use fresh just like Mother's Day, and wouldn't you know it, all sold out because of the holiday. So I just went ahead and used my artificial that I had. And I'm just sticking them in. If these were real fresh flowers, I would be wrapping the stems with floral tape just to make sure that everything is food safe. So there you go, guys. That's my take on this version of a concrete marbled cake with an abstract design. So if you would like to share and comment and hit that notification bell so that you see when my next uploads are uploaded, I would greatly appreciate it. And I thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time, guys. Thanks. Bye.